Gourmet next door. Happy weekend, everyone. I know it's been so long I posted. So today I'm super excited to share with you a brunch idea. So we're gonna be making a crustless spinach leek quiche. It's gonna be super tasty, and as usual, you know the way I cook, it's gonna be low carb, high protein, great start to the day, something you can enjoy with your whole family. So let me walk you through the ingredients. Here I have a bunch of spinach, fresh spinach. I just washed it, I dried it, that's it. I got a leek here, and I'm gonna show you how to wash and clean this thing. That's why I haven't done it before. And then we're gonna use 2 eggs, 1 shallot. I got some white cheddar cheese here that's shredded. I got some heavy cream. I got some butter. And then for the flavoring part, I'm gonna use nutmeg. We have some herbs de Provence, some little in the quiche, salt, pepper as usual, and I'm gonna top the whole thing with a little chili sauce. So without further ado, let's get cooking. Guys, the first thing I did is I'm preheating the oven at 180 degrees. The quiche loves low and slow cooking, so we don't want to rush the process. So let's get the oven preheating. Now the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to clean and wash a leek. I get this question all the time. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make about 3 equal pieces from this leek. So I'm cutting it into 3 pieces, okay, like this. Now I'm going to have each piece. Be careful as you do this. You're just gonna go across the leek, okay? So this basically exposes all the layers in the leek. And then once you wash this, you're gonna be able to get all the sand and the grit out of it. It's easy, right? So leeks are actually in the onion family. So the moment I cut into it, I get a very distinct onion flavor. They are super good for you, high fiber. You know I love vegetables, and I'm always trying to find ways to eat vegetables in the right way, especially for breakfast. It's always a challenge, but try this recipe, you're gonna love it, I promise. Okay guys, so the leeks are soaking in water. I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar just to make sure that everything is clean. So now I'm gonna move on to my shallot. I'm gonna use 1 shallot for this recipe. You know I love shallots, more than onions. Now I love a quiche, but obviously quiche has a crust. And when I'm trying to cut down my carbs, I thought, why not just cut out the crust? And as long as we infuse the flavor and we get the texture, it's gonna be great. You know, my mom tells me I should get a butter dish because I'm always kind of using the butter from the package. So I put a little butter in my pan, turn the heat on to medium. And now I'm going to go ahead and chop my shallots. Now you want to go fine with this. And this is why I love shallots also, because to be honest, you can chop them faster and easier. I mean, honestly, you can't complain about the Dubai weather. It's fantastic. It's about 25 degrees. But yeah, it's a bit gloomy, it's a bit cloudy, so Bruno and I are hanging out today at home. And I'm doing what I love the most, which is cooking. So, my chopped shallot goes in with the butter. We are going to sweat this baby! So I can start hearing the shallot browning up and sauteing beautifully in that butter. Now in the meantime, I went ahead and I cleaned my leeks. Look at them, they look spotless. So now we are going to thinly slice the leek. You know vegetables are a source of fiber. So I always love to add vegetables to my dishes just to up the nutrition part. And you know, especially these days, eating is even more important because we need to keep an eye on our immune system. And honestly, I can't tell you I'm eating all the time healthy. That's just super impossible. But you know, when I go off track, my strategy is get back on the train. So it's okay, you get off the track, but it's always good to come back as quickly as possible. And that's essentially what I'm doing today. I'm resetting and I'm sharing that journey with you. So my leeks are done. I just want to show you. Now I'm going to remove my shallots. So I take a clean bowl and I'm gonna dump the shallots with the butter so they can cool down. So the one trick is you never want to put eggs with something that's warm. Otherwise your eggs are gonna scramble before you want them to. So now I'm gonna put my leeks into the hot pan. Now I'm just gonna give them a little kiss of olive oil. You can use butter as well, it's up to you. And I'm going to salt a bit and little pepper. So let them hang out. Guys, you can flavor the quiche with anything you want. So today I told you I'm gonna use herbs de Provence. But you could easily use paprika, you can do turmeric, you could do ginger, cumin, whatever floats your boat. This recipe is versatile, so just adjust it as per your taste. Now I'm not gonna cook the leeks all the way, I just want them to wilt down a little bit, but they're gonna cook in the oven, remember? So we don't have to cook them all the way, otherwise they're gonna lose all their nutrition and all their crunch and all their taste. So just give them a light saute, but that's it. Now let's move on to the spinach. This is very important. So I got my spinach here. I'm gonna put some salt. So salt withdraws the moisture, okay? And what you wanna do is you wanna give this guy a little squeeze. Because that's gonna help the salt draw the moisture out of the vegetable. And then I'm going to squeeze this so we don't have excess moisture in the quiche. Now you can do this with any vegetable. You could put mushrooms, for instance, but make sure also, again, the mushrooms are rendered down so you don't have soggy quiche. You want to make sure all the moisture is out before you combine it into the quiche mixture. So that's it. Spinach is salted. We're just gonna wait now. So now let's move on to our quiche, the liquid mixture. So the shallots have cooled down. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack 2 eggs into this mixture. Excellent. Now into the eggs we're gonna throw in some heavy cream. And this package is about 300. So I'm gonna put around 100 ml. Of course, the heavy cream is gonna give it a really nice, rich flavor. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grate some nutmeg. I love nutmeg with the greens. I think it gives them a super nice character and personality. So I have the nutmeg here and I'm just grating it. Then let's put our herbs de Provence. This is basically some nice Mediterranean herbs and it smells amazing. Now, why do we saute the vegetables a little bit before, especially the leeks, is because we want flavor. I want that flavor to develop and I want the water to evaporate. That's why we saute a little bit before we put it into the mixture. Okay. So now, let's just give this guy a little mix. Now, I want to check a little bit the salt. I think it's perfect. Perfect. Guys, I want to show you this. You see the leeks have a little bit of color, so they are perfectly done. Now I'm going to leave it on the side to cool off. Guys, now into our super delicious mixture. I'm going to take some of the spinach. Now remember we salted this, right? And I want you to see this. When I squeeze it, you're going to see the juice coming out, right? So this is the juice we don't want in our food. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the spinach into my liquids with the cream and the eggs. It's gonna be super yummy, I can't wait. With a nice cup of coffee, or you can have it with a nice cup of tea. Amazing. So you see this? This is the juice you don't want in the quiche. So our spinach is in our mixture. Now I'm gonna go ahead and butter my baking dish. So let's put some butter. Then I'm just gonna take my hand. I'm just gonna take the butter and I'm just gonna move it around. So this way our quiche will not stick. In the meantime, let's go ahead and add our cheese. Who doesn't love cheese, right? Especially guys, I tell you, if you're doing like low carb, I mean, you can't cut everything, right? So I'm definitely eating more cheese. I'm definitely eating more like higher fat foods, healthy fats. But cheese, I can never say no to. So this is some cheddar cheese, which I love. So I'm just gonna drop in a handful. I think that's perfect. And I'm just making this for myself. So I'm using this little, cutesy little baking dish. But if you're gonna make this for a family, you use a big one. And of course, you can double up the quantities. Guys, now I'm gonna go ahead and put our leeks, the whole batch. It absolutely smells amazing in this kitchen. So I wanna fold everything in. Oh, it's green, it's full of veggies, it has cheese, it has cream, and all those spices are gonna give it such a nice little flair. Now the worst part is we're gonna have to wait half an hour for this to bake. It'll take about 30 to 45 minutes. So, perfect. Now I'm gonna dump everything into my baking dish. Oh. So, I just wanna flatten out the top. Perfect. I just wanna show you my little crustless spinach leek quiche here. Now we're going into the oven, 180 degrees for 30 minutes minimum. I can't help it, the Latin tunes. When it plays Latin, I have to dance. Okay guys, it's been 30 minutes and the quiche smells amazing. Are we ready for the finish? So I'm gonna grab the quiche now. Guys, look at this. Look at my beautiful quiche. It's puffed up, that's because of the egg whites. It has spinach, it has leeks, it has lots of nice spices, some cheese. Oh my God, I can't wait to dig into this. Guys, let's go ahead and plate this beauty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and first, oh, it's cutting like butter. I'm gonna try to take out this piece. It's quarter, okay, of the quiche. Gorgeous. Guys, we're ready for the finish. I got my quiche out. I'm gonna put a little bit of this wonderful chili sauce because I like things spicy. There we have it. This is my gorgeous crustless spinach leek quiche. Bon appetit everyone. Happy weekend. Guys, this is so good. You're never gonna miss the crust, I promise you. Guys, I also want to take this occasion and let you know I started my YouTube channel. Woo! So you can just search on YouTube, Gourmet Next Door. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more awesome, entertaining, healthy, balanced food videos. Thanks everyone. See you. Happy weekend. Bye.